Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Ukraine Live. Trump says Russia could be dragging their feet on a peace deal. Live. U.S. President Donald Trump has weighed in on the progression of ceasefire talks between Russia and Ukraine, admitting that Russia could be trying to delay a full truce. Ukraine and its allies have accused the Kremlin of delaying negotiations to end its 3-year full-scale invasion by presenting a list of delaying conditions and demands. Asked by right-wing broadcaster Newsmax if he believed that the Kremlin was stalling, Trump said on Tuesday he thought Russia wants to see an end to its full-scale invasion. But it could be that they're dragging their feet, he admitted, adding that he had used the same tactic in his past business negotiations. "I've done it over the years," Trump said. "You know, I don't want to sign a contract. I want to sort of stay in the game, but maybe I don't want to do it quite. I'm not sure." The news comes as a Black Sea ceasefire has been agreed by Ukraine and Russia after both sides had separate talks with U.S. officials in Saudi Arabia over the last few days. This is a live blog. Follow along for updates. We use your sign-up to provide content in ways you've consented to and to improve our understanding of you. This may include adverts from us and third parties based on our understanding. You can unsubscribe at any time. Read our privacy policy. Ukraine's Air Force has said 117 drones were launched by Russia overnight, and 56 of them were shot down. Another 48 were lost, allegedly due to electronic jamming. It is unclear what has happened to the remaining 13 drones. Russia has refused to return the occupied Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant back to Ukraine, calling it a Russian facility. The return of the station to Russia's nuclear sector has been a fait accompli for quite some time, the Russian Foreign Ministry said yesterday. Transferring the Zaporizhzhia plant to the control of Ukraine or another country is impossible, it said in a statement. Zaporizhzhia, Europe's largest nuclear plant, was captured by the Russians just a few days into the full-scale invasion in February 2022. Since then, they have maintained control of the facility and stationed Russian staff there. The facility has been targeted by drone attacks from both sides, forcing a UN nuclear watchdog to warn against any attacks that could endanger the plant's reactors. The largest city in the region, Zaporizhzhia, remains under Ukrainian control. The mayor of the Ukrainian port city, Mykolaiv, said there were emergency power outages early on Wednesday after reports that multiple drones were downed over the region. Mayor Oleksandr Senkevich said the southern port city was subject to an air raid alert shortly after midnight, then around 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., and again at 7:04 am local time. At least 7 Shahd drones were destroyed over the region, according to the regional governor Vitaly Kim. Russia launched its biggest drone attack yet on Volodymyr Zelensky's hometown, Kryvyi Rih, according to the city's military administration chief. Writing on the Telegram messaging app, Oleksandr Vilkul said apparently, "This is how the occupiers want peace." Most importantly, there were no deaths or injuries, he added. Though Kryvyi Rih has been a frequent target during the war, the report has not been independently verified. Russia's defense ministry says its forces destroyed at least 9 Ukrainian drones overnight, including 2 over the waters of the Black Sea. The statement comes just hours after the U.S. said it had struck deals with bossed countries to pause their attacks over the Black Sea and against energy infrastructure. However, it was not immediately clear how many drones were launched over Russia overnight, and there were no immediate reports of hits on Black Sea or energy targets, the Independent reports. President Trump admitted that Vladimir Putin could be trying to delay a full truce with Ukraine. Ukraine and its allies have accused the Kremlin of delaying negotiations to end its 3-year full-scale invasion by presenting a list of delaying conditions and demands. Asked if he believed that the Kremlin was stalling, Trump said on Tuesday he thought Russia wants to see an end to its full-scale invasion. But it could be that they're dragging their feet, he admitted, adding that he had used the same tactic in his past business negotiations. "I've done it over the years," Trump said. I don't want to sign a contract. I want to sort of stay in the game, but maybe I don't want to do it quite. I'm not sure. Trump, I think Russia wants to see an end to it, but it could be they're dragging their feet. I've done it over the years. I don't want to sign a contract. I want to sort of stay in the game, but maybe I don't want to do it quite. I'm not sure. Pic. Twitter.com/WL6SMIKPU. The first tentative agreement has been reached between Kyiv and Moscow after an intense 12 hours of talks with the U.S. in Saudi Arabia. They agreed to a ceasefire in the Black Sea, but quickly despited when it would actually commence. Volodymyr Zelensky accused the Kremlin of lying when it said the truce would only begin once some Western sanctions were lifted. He maintained the agreement came into force as soon as it was announced by the U.S. yesterday afternoon. The Kremlin said a moratorium on energy attacks until mid-April was also built into the agreement and released a list of protected facilities. Read more about the ceasefire deal here. A U.S. intelligence report has found that both Ukraine and Russia would choose a longer war over a bad peace deal. The assessment, presented to the U.S. Senate on Tuesday, conflicts with Trump's pledge for a rapid end to the war, Bloomberg reported. U.S. administration officials are aiming to reach a full ceasefire as soon as 20 April, the news outlet said. In a huge change of U.S. policy, Donald Trump's administration said it would help restore Russia's access to the world market for agricultural and fertilizer exports, lower maritime insurance costs, and enhance access to ports and payment systems for such transactions. According to Trump, his administration was looking into Russian requests to lift sanctions. Good morning and welcome to our live blog on the Russia-Ukraine war. Please follow along for updates.